What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of What's Now with John Marshall. And I feel like I've been kind of going with the theme of the most entertaining and influential people that have affected and been a part of this industry that I love to call my own, and this city that I know is my own, for a couple of episodes now. And the person that I have in the building has been so entertaining and so influential that I had to have him come up here on this show. And y'all have heard the drop, y'all know the names, and now you're going to meet the man that's behind all of that. I got HOODRICH's own. HOODRICH. I can do the drop too. HOODRICH Rip is in the building with me right now. What's Now, iHeartRadio. Rip, what's going on, dog?
John, what's popping, brother?
Hey, man, all is well. We ran into each other, what was that, a week ago?
Maybe, I think about 2 weeks.
2 weeks ago when Pesh, Live Mixtapes, was up here. Yep. And that was my first time actually meeting you.
That's right.
Having known Scream for years, man. I mean, years, back when Mike Will and I were still in high school, man.
Okay, that's my man.
Or right out of high school. And he had FAY, fuck all y'all. Okay. And Scream was doing the mixtapes and all that stuff like that right before he got the MMG and everything. Right. Scream has always been just such an influential and, like I told you, such a humble character and such a person that's in the forefront. Right. And you are the other half of that, man. And if you're in the industry, people know you.
That's right.
Right? But you're not necessarily out here on the turntables, you know what I'm saying, or anything like that. So for the people that do not know, we just going to chop it up and kick it for a little bit, bro.
That's right.
For the people that do not know, man, tell people, let's start with this. Tell people who and what HOODRICH is, and then tell people who and what HOODRICH Rip is. So let's start with the brand, then let's go to you. Take me all the way back, man.
Yeah, to answer that, I think HOODRICH as a brand, you know, as a company, an entity, you know, as an energy, as a family. Mm-hmm. I think HOODRICH, we like the street lights in Atlanta. You know what I mean? We like the street lights.
I could have not thought of anything better to say than that.
Yeah, we like the street lights. You know what I mean? We're gonna come on at 7. We're gonna go off. You know, when they supposed to go off. We a part of what keeps the city functioning and rolling. You know what I mean? We like the pavement. You know, we like the street minus the potholes. You know what I mean?
Hey man, ain't no street without no potholes. Not real, especially in the city, dog.
Not in Atlanta. But yeah, you know, I think just, you know, when it comes to you know, a large percentage of the artists that, you know, that came, you know, through that Atlanta pipeline, especially, you know, during the 2000, 2010, and still even to this day, you know, a lot of them, you know, came through us, you know, and we had a lot to do with it as far as just helping them get where they were trying to go, accomplish their goals. You know, just getting their sound outside of the city and really presenting it to the world in a manner that was real digestible, you know, that we knew the world would digest. You know what I mean?
So tell me this, man, because I like to get into the meat and potatoes, man, and like the nitty gritty of this stuff. I'm showing my age, man, with these euphemisms, bro.
You're good.
Damn, me just saying I'm showing my age makes me sound old.
You're showing your age.
Yeah,
I say it too. We getting there.
Hey, we are, but you know what? We look good.
We doing it gracefully.
Hey, absolutely. So when we talk about what HOODRICH did and what HOODRICH does for artists in Atlanta, specifically in Atlanta, talk to me about what that is, man, from the clubs to the mixtapes to the management, because y'all did a lot, man. Y'all did a lot. So, Rip, you got to give me some, man. Y'all did a lot out here, bro.
Man, it's like you said, it's different chapters of it. You know what I mean?
Start with chapter 1.
Chapter 1, you got me and Scream. You know, we looking at the terrain of Atlanta.
What year is this? Give me a year.
We talking 2004.
Okay, so I'm a sophomore in high school.
Talking 2004.
Okay.
2005. You know, we working on mixtapes. You know, it's about building Scream up as a brand at the time.
Right.
HOODRICH also in turn is getting, you know, spread by us, spread
as Scream goes, HOODRICH goes.
Exactly. It come a time where you know, we start expanding. You know, we get to a point where it's like, you know, we want to get, you know, just keep in touch with the youth. We want a younger DJ, somebody around. You get spins. He's doing mixtapes as well. You know what I mean? Now we kind of tackling the market from two angles. And, you know, and from there, you know, I gotta tip my hat to guys like Casper, Real, you know, Hitman DJs, Super Friends.
Yep. See, now you get into an era.
You know what I mean? These guys, you know, Legion of Doom, you know, just watching that, you know, kind of gave me an idea of a blueprint that I wanted for Hoodrich. You know, it came a point when, you know, DJs see like how well we were doing with Scream's brand, Spin's brand. You know, other DJs gonna want to be a part of that.
Now, forgive me, I don't want to interrupt, man. Well, you know, I was always told not to say I don't want to interrupt because I interrupted. But so when we're talking about the mixtape era, we're talking about Scream, and then you said you grabbed Spins for a little bit of the young era.
Yeah,
are we talking?
Black Bill Gates is with us too. Then
okay, yeah. Hey, shout out to Black Bill Gates too.
Yeah,
but are we talking about the Spins, Young LA, the Space Invaders, Tank, all that,
Space Invaders,
right
Heart of the City,
and
then Scream. Doing Heavy in the Streets.
Heavy in the Streets. Oh,
Heavy in the Streets.
Yeah, Heavy. Okay, so that's
there for sure. And then Black Bill Gates and Scream had us sick with it. Which was a real strong series, like through the South, like Georgia Southern.
Absolutely,
like a real strong.
Absolutely.
Series.
So y'all are killing and it's just so dope, man. That we were just, I was just talking with Live Mixtapes, which is where a lot of these, you know, mixtapes lived at that point in time. So we got Heavy in the Streets, we got Space Invaders, we got Black Bill Gates. We're doing all that. So the mixtape culture. Atlanta is essentially creating the mixtape culture at that time.
Let me tell you this. All right.
There we go. Come on, Rip.
So I'm gonna give you, I'm gonna break this down.
That's what I've been waiting on.
Yeah, a lot of folks ain't, you know, they're not gonna be able to tell it like I am. So I'm gonna tell it. All right. For us in Atlanta, all right, and you know, somebody come out correct me if you know they think they should, but for me, mixtapes, you know, originally like we talking about like Edward J, the J Team. We talking about like R&B sped up, put over bass, you know what I mean? Kind of like, you know, Miami style shit, taking like a booty shake beat, putting that over some R&B shit. You got Forever My Lady over a damn.
Okay, yeah,
you know what I mean? Those were mixtapes for us, you know what I'm saying? That's what I consider the mixtape. Let's fast forward just a little bit. You got DJ Jelly, MC Assault, Big Oomph. They got this alive, what we call like Southern style DJing.
Yeah.
Like they
Southern style DJs, Big Oomph.
Like, come on, bro. They mastering, like they blend masters. Like they, you know what I mean? Like some of the, you know, best blends you ever heard in your life put together.
We're talking about real mixing.
Man, for real mixing.
Tapes.
Okay, that's what mixtapes were to us.
Got you.
Okay, like now you take like New York, you got your clues and things of that nature, and it was exclusives and the shit talk and things of that nature. Okay, so like
bro, I'm having deja vu right now.
I'm telling you, I'm just giving you, you know, because I gotta give them boys props. You know what I mean? Because Drum know I'ma always give him his kudos. You know what I'm saying? So you got to think like me and Scream we working, but then I remember getting a tape one day. It was a drama tape hosted by Puff Daddy and like 8-Ball MJG. Now mind you, I done grew up on 8-Ball MJG, Puff Daddy
when they signed to
when they signed to Bad Boy.
Yeah, Bad Boy South.
Okay, so now mind you this, I'm walking somewhere, somebody hand me this CD, and you know it looked great. The cover was glossy.
Not the UV coat, the UV coating on the insert.
Man, come on, bro. Me and Scream come from paper covers.
Bro,
we folding it. We folding up the covers and putting them in there with the sticker on the CD. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
So we coming from that. Our CD might get jammed up in your player. You know what I'm saying?
Because of the sticker.
Because of the sticker, bro. You leave it in there and like, you know, you leave it in there too long, get hot, and they don't want to come out. Yes, bro. Exactly. So we coming from that. So once you know, I had seen like Clue tapes and Who Kid and all that, but that just was not the style going on here.
Right.
So once I encountered, mind you, because Drama from up top, you know what I'm saying? He from Philly.
He is
Drama.
from
he
Philly.
From Philly.
But
now,
he came down to Clark, Atlanta.
Exactly. That's why,
he met Don Cannon and Whoop.
Man, I'm a hater. I'm not a hater. Excuse me. I ain't never been a hater.
Right.
Okay, so when they came down with that game, okay, and when I'm looking, and I'm like,
put two and two together.
Come on, bro. They brought the Yo Kid game down here.
Never put that together.
Okay,
man.
so now I'm looking at that and I'm talking to Scream just like, hold up, what we got to do to,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Because like, you know, this different. He put me down. He showed me pretty much Scream taught me how to manage him.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? He taught me how to, you know, like almost like independent game. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Same shit, you know, Master P or Too Short to tell you about where you pulling up, you popping the trunk, you going in the store, you leaving CDs on consignment.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? We coming back, we doing, you know, checking the inventory. We doing business with every, you know, store owner, record business store owner in the city. And you know, that's where that came from though. Once I realized, oh, okay, this, you know what I mean, it's a hustle here essentially. You know, I knew how to map the city. You know what I mean? Wasn't nobody gonna map the city like me, especially not nobody from up top.
Right.
So I knew I could run laps around the city a little different. So it's like, all right, Scream, like let's build yours up. We from here, you know what I mean? We from right here. Let's build you up, and like, you know, I know we can make some headway in this. You know what
I mean? I don't know if you said it before already, Rip, but how did you and Scream meet, man?
Me and Scream been together since like junior high, probably.
For real?
Chapel Junior High. So like, I'm probably let's see, like probably about 8th grade.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? 12, 13 years old. Now, mind you, like just on some history shit. When me and Scream get to high school, DJ Ace is the quarterback. He fast forward, he Gucci Man DJ.
Right.
All right. Me and Scream get a little older. It's a kid with blonde hair running around our school. It's a little Scrappy. All right. We graduated.
Wait, blonde hair? What are you talking about?
So Scrappy had dyed his hair blonde back in like the 9th grade. Okay. He been turned up. You know what I'm saying? He was turned up. So like Scrappy went to school with us, and then we graduate, and then Crime Mob, they all of us went to school together. Like all of us went to the same high school, bro. All of us. So like, yeah, that's how me and Scream know each other, bro, from high school.
Okay, so
you
know what? I love how, man, it almost gives me goosebumps, man. I love how the city, bro. I love this city so much, bro. Man. Like I get it's tattooed right here, bro. I love the city so much, man. Real. Like, I love how we come from. It ain't like transplants, right? You know what I'm saying? Right. And even the transplants,
I like a good transplant.
I love me a good transplant too, man.
You know, I like a good transplant.
Me too.
A good one.
And I'll keep it all the way above, bro. I wasn't born here. I moved here when I was 1 year old.
You here?
I'm from here.
Yeah, you here?
You know
if you went to high school, if you went to elementary school, you for sure here.
Middle, high school,
college. If you graduated from a high school here, most, you know, I'm willing to give. I
just love the fact that that it was truly homegrown, man.
Yes, man.
And the vision, bro, to say, hey, you see what they got going on up there, bro, and how they kind of brought it down here. Hey, man, how can we whoop? Because the music that we were pumping out down here and that we were going to pump out down here, man, it changed. It changed hip hop, man. It changed hip hop. So with that being said, Rip, when did it change for you? When was it like, okay, I'm working with my brother Scream. We got HOODRICH. Matter of fact, hold on. Let me hold on. When did the name HOODRICH come about? When did that first happen? How did y'all find that, man?
All right, shit, really, bro. Just looking to the OGs from the South. HOODRICH came from I had a buddy that had went on a little vacation, and then I got off that little vacation, and I had a job. I met a guy named.
I've been on a vacation before too. Yeah, I know what time it is.
Going to little school, little college, you know, little associate's degree.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, you know, sometimes you just gotta. You know.
I you know, get back in tune with everything. And a buddy of mine, a guy named Matt, a white guy from Gainesville, Florida.
Okay.
Shout
out to Florida.
We sitting around, you know, me and a couple guys, and I'm trying to, you know, I'm trying to put together, you know, my music business thought, and I think I want to say I know exactly where it came from.
Yeah, talk to me, because it's a euphemism in
Big Timers.
Okay.
Birdman and Manny Fresh album.
Boom.
HOODRICH.
Okay.
There it is. Say, and you know, not that was the first time we ever heard the term, but
I'm about to say, because we've been saying it forever.
But you know, and looking at No Limit, Cash Money, you know, I'm looking at names of companies. You know what I mean? All the top tiers, Death Row. You know, and I'm trying to, you know, I'm trying to build what I'm building in the same light as the forefathers. You know what I mean? So I'm looking and I'm like, you know what? I think Matt might have said it like, why don't y'all call it HOODRICH? And the CD's sitting around. I'm like,
that was it, bro. That was it.
You're right.
Oh
yeah,
man,
you're right. But essentially, yeah, man, Big Timers and Manny Fresh and the Stunner album. That's where that came from.
Gotcha. All right,
Yeah.
cool. So as we are moving forward, we got the name HOODRICH. We got Scream. We got Spins. It's bubbling in the streets now. The mixtapes are going crazy. Rip, I remember, bro, literally, I remember Kaza, LimeWire, Napster.
Yes.
I remember, like I told you, man, or I don't know if I said it or not yet, man, I interned for Grand Hustle. Before we went no Hustle Gang. Grand Hustle.
That's right.
And I put together 5,000 of the Slim Jewel CD cases of Big Country's Cocaine mixtape, man. This is back in like 2006.
My buddy printed them.
And KO did a whole bunch of beats on the Cocaine mixtape. Man, I put together 5,000 of those, man. And they used to call us snipers because we would put the posters up. Man. That's where I started my, kind of career.
That's right. That's hard.
In the game, man.
That's hard.
In the game. Shout out to Mia. She was over there running promotions for Zone 4, Polo the Don, man.
I remember Mia.
You remember Mia, bro?
I remember. Yes, I remember Mia. I remember Mia. I know Mia.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're in the mixtape era, right then. And if I remember correctly, that's around the time. Oh man, the mixtape era was so crazy. Rocco the Don.
We did Rocco's first tape and second.
Man, I can't do this any better. Talk to me about Rocco and that tape, man.
Man, Rocco, man, I gotta say it because like I remember telling Scream, okay, when Rocco called us to do that project.
Swag season.
Listen, bro, when Rocco called us to do that project, and I don't think Scream was with me the day I went with Rocco to go get the beats. I remember telling Scream, like, hey, bro, at the time, and still to this day, I told Scream, I said, hey, this is some of the tightest music any artist has ever given us. You know what I'm saying?
To this day, nigga.
Yeah, to this day. I had to say it. That Swag, when I remember listening to it, and I was just like, hey, this is some of the tightest music. Like, I appreciated Rocco for entrusting us with that. You know what I'm saying? I really did, because from a fan and then also from a business standpoint to know what you gave us to deliver. You know what I mean? Especially when we in such a tight competitive battle with these other DJs. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, I'm just saying like this. You had a large percentage of the industry wouldn't deal with us. They're going to go, it was in their budget. You got a record deal at that time. A lot of them, it was in your budget to go get a Gangsta Grills. So me and Scream had to go to the street. You know, so we dealing with Gucci Man, Shawty Lowe's,
break that down
Rocco's.
for me. So you're saying, break that down for me and for the people. So you're saying at that point in time, the record labels, because we working this down for the people. At that point in time, the record labels would break down budgets.
Man, it would be in your budget, in your marketing budget. It will be a 15 or a 20 for a Gangsta Grills.
For Gangsta Grills.
That's right.
And are you saying that y'all were not in that budget?
I'm saying that at the time,
y'all had to compete.
We coming from the street,
right? Okay.
We don't have these same industry connections.
Okay.
So we got to go get the artists out of Sun Valley.
It ain't
off of the SWATs. Off of Bankhead.
It ain't Capitol Records.
They not dealing with us yet.
HOODRICH got a line item in
they
our
not
budget.
Dealing with us yet.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
So that's why we was straight pavement. Young Dolph is with us first. Rocco's with us first. Gucci Man, all these folks is with us before they do any record deals. Like, I just remember at that time, like, if you had a major deal, you was gonna get a Gangsta Grill.
Absolutely, it was like a stamp. You know what I'm saying? It was like a rites of passage.
And we were the hood stamp.
Right.
Absolutely. We were the hood stamp. You know what I mean? That's what we were kind of like. We the empire at the time.
Right. Now, do you think that would y'all have wanted to have been the other side of that, or did it work for? Because y'all got there.
Everything worked.
Right.
Everything worked. You know what I mean? We had to earn those connections. We got them. You know, we had to earn them though. We did Soulja Boy's mixtape with Interscope. You know what I mean? That right before he did his deal. But you know, they participated in it with us. You know what I mean? So like we did get there.
Okay.
We did.
No, absolutely.
We did get there. And a lot of those artists that we would have wanted to do tapes with at the time that we feel like they were out of our reach, we did get to them. You know what I mean? So, you know, all this was part of the plan. I'm just giving you the story.
No, I got you. I got you.
I'm giving you the story.
So man, this is good stuff. When it comes to, let's talk about labels. Okay. Because see, so what I try to do here on What's Now the mantra or the motto for the show is, when I talk about you, I mean like my people out there listening and watching. Right. I say it's your place for the most entertaining and influential people, places, and things in our world today.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
And you are, because I don't bring nobody up here
right.
that is not entertaining or influential.
That's right.
I consider you and the industry, and everybody considers you somebody that is not only entertaining, but just extremely influential.
I can go for that.
In this game, man.
Thank you.
So I want to, hear your flowers now, man. I like to make sure, because, bro, I get a chance to meet and talk to, and hey, yeah.
Thank you.
I get a chance to meet and talk to people. That's why I love doing what I do. I get a chance to meet and talk to people that have curated and just been a major part of what it is that I grew up on. So with that being said, you got your mixtapes. Mm-hmm. And it's starting to blow up. Let's talk about the industry side of things, because y'all, as the name says, y'all are HOODRICH Entertainment.
That's right.
At a certain point in time in this game and in this industry, hood shit wasn't necessarily profitable, right?
Right.
But then we had trap music that came along. We had Tip, we had Jeezy, we had Gucci, we had Dolph, you know what I'm saying? We had Bankroll, you know what I'm saying? Right. So, and it's HOODRICH ENT. Mm-hmm. And to this day, your name has almost kind of transcended into a corporate level of validation and legitimacy. Talk to me about how the relationship with you all's entertainment label was with the corporate side of the record business.
Okay. So initially, I'm gonna say Rocky.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Had to be.
Yeah, because I'm gonna say Rocky. You got Scream DJing for D4L.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I'm D4L's road manager.
Mm-hmm.
We turned in D4L's road manager behind that. He's ended up being Crime Mob's DJ. Okay, I'm Crime Mob's road manager for a couple, probably 2 years.
Damn, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so I'm just giving you some examples of like label stuff. Okay, so I'm young at the time, and like I don't I'm still, I ain't not to say 1 foot in, 1 foot out, but I'm still, when I say
understood,
I'm still learning some of this stuff, you know. From the outside looking in, sometimes the entertainment industries can seem a lot more lax than it really is.
Yeah, man, the entertainment industry gangster.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so it's like, some situations, you can think it's more lax, but it's a professional setting. I give you a story. It's talking about dealing with labels. We get usually, you get to a town, you got the label rep, they gonna take you to the radio, take you to a meet and greet or some of that nature, and get out your head. But they're usually somebody young and cool, So I'm young. We get into Texas, and I meet the rep. I think it's just a rep. Okay, so we at the radio station, and I asked the DJ at the radio station, "You roll up in here?" And he's like, "Yeah, go ahead." So I go to rolling up in here. And by the time we leave, okay, my phone is ringing. Okay, phone is ringing. It's the guy I'm working for at the time, Johnny Cabell. Shout out to my
shout out
mentors.
to Johnny, man.
Yeah, that's one of my mentors, man.
Yeah, shout out to Johnny.
I learned a lot from Johnny.
He about to pipe up with Rollo, man.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah.
I saw him advertising, finna get a
new
new bag.
We all saw it.
Yeah, I saw him. New bag on the way. So my phone is ringing, and I didn't realize that I'm rolling tree in front of the national director of radio for Warner. Okay, that's who I'm thinking. It's a normal rep.
Right.
She's over national.
That's who you asked?
No, I asked the DJ. Okay, but I'm just doing. But so it's the PD in here. The national
program director for y'all that don't know.
Yeah. Okay. Excuse me. Yes, the program director for the station is in there. All right, and the national director of radio promo is in there from Warner. Okay. Man, by the time we left here, they wanted me fired so bad. So bad. Boy, they wanted Johnny to get rid of me so bad. Man, listen, we went on a tour, bro. They put a chaperone for the manager on the tour.
Just for rolling up some trees.
Man, it wasn't just for that. It was a couple things.
Okay,
they felt like I was too close to the group. It was a lot, you know what I mean? But it was just, I'm just giving you an example of a riff.
Dichotomy
between the things I had to learn, you know what I mean? Like, all right, this is professional though. You know what I mean? This isn't that. You know what I mean? Even though sometimes on camera when you see artists, it look a certain way, but
Right.
you know, us business people behind the scenes, things
Right.
of that nature, that's not what it is.
Right.
So certain things I had to shake out of my character.
I'm about to say, man, because you handle yourself just at such a top tier, man.
Man,
And
look,
just
I
so
learned a lot of
professional.
that. Look, Coach K used to get on me.
Okay.
Coach K used to get on me. Clay, God bless.
Hey, rest
My
in
man,
rest in
you know
heaven,
what I mean?
man.
Clay used
Rest
to
in
get
heaven.
on me. Big Block.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Block used to get on me. Still will.
I'm about to say you got everybody.
Still
you know?
will. Still will. I mean, these mentors of mine,
Right,
you know what I mean?
absolutely,
These guys
absolutely.
taught me a lot, you know what I mean? And they just want to see, you know, they saw in me, you know, what the ingredients, and you know what I mean? They just wanted it to manifest.
What's
you know
the
what I mean?
what's the we just rolling at this point.
It's
but
all good.
what is the biggest and what's the most authentic lesson that you have learned? Not the best, not the biggest, not the most lucrative. What's the most authentic and genuine lesson that somebody has told you? Said, Rip, hey, nigga, don't, or hey, Rip, we'll do it. What's the most authentic and genuine lesson that somebody has given you in this game, man?
I'm going to say that's easy, bro. I'm going to say that's easy. In this business,
Mm-hmm.
you do not get what you deserve.
Life ain't fair.
You get what you negotiate.
Ooh.
Okay.
I spoke too soon. I like that one. You
This
do not
business,
get what you deserve. You get what you
You
negotiate.
get what you negotiate. You know
All
what I
right.
mean?
And then who gave you that one? Or was it a combination?
Man, I want to say it's a combination, but I really I want to say if I'm gonna have to give it to somebody,
Mm-hmm.
I might have to say Carl Washington.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the attorney. I might have to say Carl. Carl taught me some
This is an entertainment attorney?
yeah, entertainment attorney.
Okay.
Serious business.
Mhm.
Okay, serious business. I had to say it probably was Carl. It's a long time ago. It's probably about 20. You know what I mean? Almost 20. And I don't want to date myself by saying that.
Hey, look,
either.
man. Hey, it's
You know what I mean?
what's now? We now. We
That's
here.
right. But yeah, probably about I want to say it's about maybe 19, 20 years ago. And I want to say it was
Mhm.
Carl. You know what I mean? If I'm mistaken, then whoever it is, you hit me on my Instagram and I go correct on the record.
Gotcha.
You know what I
Gotcha.
mean? Say it was Carl though.
What about personal life? Because this business I'm not gonna say it can be. This business is very personal. What's the most authentic and influential personal advice that you've gotten? Take the business out of it, take the money out of it. You know what I'm saying? Just on some personal growth and who you are as a man, as a black man. What is the best advice that you have gotten? The most authentic advice you have gotten as you navigate your life?
Wow.
That's a good one, ain't it?
Wow.
That's a good one.
Yeah, it is.
Take your time.
Yeah, it is.
We got time. Take your time.
Lesson I've learned.
And it ain't gotta be the best one ever, but just give me one good one. Just give me one good one.
Personal. Well,
Yeah, man, it's hard out here.
all right.
boy.
Well, you know, look, like for me, all right, I'm gonna say because this business is so personal, okay, it blends a lot.
I agree.
Okay, it blends a lot. So, like, you know, just I guess all these lessons are wrapped up together, man. That was a good question, John.
You know what? I'm gonna give you mine.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you mine.
Okay.
My pops gave it to me,
Okay.
and it kind of blends into the one you said before. It's not about what you know, it's about what you negotiate. But my pops gave me that. He said, "Son, life is not fair." He just said life ain't fair. He said you're gonna have to work 5 times as hard just to be equal with your peers. You know what I'm saying? And that's okay. You just go, which is why I don't subscribe to any kind of, and I'm not going to get too Sojourner Truth on you, but any kind of victim mentality. I need reparations and this and that. Third. Now, I may agree with it and everything like that. But bro, I'm not waiting on nobody to come and tell me, hey, John Marshall, you're such a great personality or such a great guy. We're going to give you this. Man, I'm not waiting for none of that, bro. I'm going to go and create my own opportunity. But Pop said, man, life is not fair.
Right.
Life is not fair. And it's kind of morbid a little bit, but I mean, bro, I'm a black man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, totally. I'm glad you shared that too.
Yeah.
Because you know, I think now, you know, you helped me hone a little bit. I think All right, one of my lessons, you know what I mean?
Yeah, give me
I
one.
think just your friends, right?
Ooh, this is about to be good.
Yeah, just I was taught that your friends are not so much important the ones you got a common past with, okay? But more importantly, your friends should be people that you got a common future with, okay?
I've never heard that one before, man.
Well, when you think about it, like for me, like growing up, you friends with people that you grow up with in school because your parents chose to live in this area. But once you're grown and you know what I mean, once you developing your own thought processes and your own feelings about things, it's like you should gear your friends to people kind of moving in the same light as you. You know what I mean? So it's just for me, it's like I don't stay too attached to certain things. I keep all my friendships intact, but I am a forward-thinking, forward-moving person, and I think you kind of to survive in this business. I think you kind of be moving forward. You know what I mean? Complacency in this, you're gonna get left.
Do you think that there is a certain amount of self that you have to lose at any point in time in order to be successful and maintain success in this business? I'm not talking about selling soul, all that stuff like that, but is there just a certain piece of oneself that has to just be kind of iced out in order to navigate and really be successful in this business? Because, man, this shit is cold, bro.
Look, all right, I like to think that that's not a fact. Right, and it's a wishful thinking, and it's hope for a guy like me that doesn't want to be that way.
Right,
you know what I mean. And I'm not gonna say who told me this, all right, but it was a point. Okay, when I was told, little bro, stepped on arm, leg, neck, and head to get where I'm at. Okay, and that's not necessarily my method. You know what I mean? So, when I look at certain success levels in this game and I look and I say I'm not to say I know what I feel like what it take to get there, but, I just think that, some levels of this do require you kind of hitting your fuck that shit button. You know what I'm saying? And, I don't hit it. I don't hit it. You know what I mean? I think I kind of built mine in a way where, I can make enough. I don't have to necessarily deprive this one or that one.
You ain't got to slit no throats and nothing like that.
I hadn't slid any. You know what I mean? I hadn't, nobody's upset. Nobody feels like I got their grandmama's house. You know what I'm saying? Like, but at the same time, this business kind of sometimes you feel like that's.
Sometimes people feel a certain type of way.
Feel like that's what is that what I'm supposed to do? But, I don't know. I don't subscribe.
Right.
You know what I mean? I think that, there's a way to make this money without that. You know
and
what I mean?
I have not gotten to a point. This is just me personally, right? I have not gotten to a point to where I have had to, I guess, come to that crossroads or anything like that. Right. Do I feel like there's like a certain level of money that when you hit it, it's like, all right, but there's no way you could have got to that without, you know what I'm saying, doing something. But
this is what I think about that.
Talk to me.
Okay, this is what I think. I don't necessarily subscribe to like. You gotta sacrifice a human to get there.
I don't really believe in that either,
but,
man.
But I'm gonna tell you what the sacrifice is. Okay, like you might be absent a whole lot. You know what I mean? From the family or from certain things. You might be
10.
You might be absent. There's gonna be certain things you miss. You know what I mean?
That's a sacrifice.
And so like. Like I think, like people use the term sacrifice. So like somebody killing or setting up somebody for something tragic. But I think that sometimes because you neglecting certain things, it leaves space for tragedy, and then it look a certain way. But you know what I mean? I haven't been willing to do those complete sacrifices.
Man,
yet.
Rip, that was a perfect segue. And we're gonna get back into the music.
Cool.
We're gonna get back to the music after this. But just sat with OG Parker and just sat with Bezo Beats.
Good guy.
And amazing interview. And I asked them the same question, and I'm gonna ask this to you as well. Do you feel like there is a certain level of sacrifice that you have to make in order to achieve X amount of success in this game? And I asked them both this, like, is family, friends. We ain't talking about Illuminati.
Yeah,
No,
you talking about real sacrifice.
Yeah, like
not
time,
yes,
money.
yes,
you know
man.
what I'm saying?
Energy, just thought process,
Energy.
just asking me questions.
Do you think there is a certain amount that you have to be willing to sacrifice in order to achieve a certain amount of success in this industry?
I do.
I do too.
I think almost in any industry.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I think in any industry.
I feel like ours is one of the hardest, man.
You know what I mean? Because it looks on the outside looking in, it looks like you got so much free time. It looked like you got free time, but that's not the case. You know what I mean? But yeah, so I think in any business, any industry, any field, certain levels of success are gonna require certain levels of sacrifice.
All right, so now we done went deep. Now we done went deep. Let's come on
I
back out.
I don't mind.
Hey, this is what we do, man.
Yeah,
This is what we do. Let's get back to the music side of things.
Yeah, man.
When it comes to HOODRICH Entertainment, what kind of legacy do you think that you all have created so far? Not what you're gonna leave, but what kind of legacy and impact do you think that y'all have left on the game today and before?
Okay, I think if you about 45 years and below, I think that we probably captured about a damn near 20 years of like your music listening. You know what I mean? I don't care what coast you from. I don't care what country you from, to be honest. I remember 2005, 2006, I got friends in Korea calling me when they're in the military, like, hey, bro, we just heard this. They called me from Japan, like, bro, we just heard y'all drop going by a car. So I knew we was getting worldwide, like in 2005, 2006. So I think, like, if you were a fan of Gucci Mane, if you're a fan of Young Dolph, if you're a fan of Young Thug, if you're a fan of Rocco, if you're a fan of Future, if you're a fan of the Migos, if you're a fan of, and I can keep going, but if you're a fan of a lot of these people, then, you know what I mean, we were part of your soundtrack. You know what I mean? We were part of the good feelings. You know what I mean? You heard us at the barbecue. You heard us at the skating ring. You heard us at the club. You heard us at the radio on the way to the club. You heard us at the strip club when you left the,
after hours.
At the hours on the albums. You like Young Nudie? You heard HOODRICH King tags over it. You know what I mean? You like 21 Savage? You heard our drops on it. So it's like we were just part of like good moments. You know what I mean? The same way music get people through things, like, we were part of that. You know what I mean? So that's a we provided a lot of moments. You know what I mean? Now from an industry standpoint, I think there's a certain amount of artists that are just gonna say, like, those guys, we just wanted to be the last trill niggas left in the music business. Last guys in the music business that'll do what they say they gonna do. You know what I mean? That's not trying to get over. Let's make it fair. Let's work. With a eye and an ear and a passion for how to deliver it to our fans. So, like, I think, Dolph, first time y'all heard Dolph.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, God bless, bro. Like, I it's such a blessing for, like I said about that Rocco, like, these guys to put their music and to put their career in our hand. You know what I mean? Like, Shawty Low, like, I had every song he ever made and put that shit on the mixtape. Like, they were mad at first, bro. They were mad, like, but after about 2-3 weeks, that Johnny phone get the ringing, you know what I mean? And it all makes sense. Like, damn, rip that shit
Johnny
y'all
and Low
did.
actually kind of looking like a little bit,
man. I mean, they,
Johnny and Low slick looking like.
They going to the same barber.
Yeah, I'm telling you, boy.
Going to the same barber, man.
Shout out to Johnny Cabell,
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah, good guy, man.
Tell me this, Rip. What was the, man, these are, I love this stuff. What was the first plaque that you got, man? What was the first plaque that HOODRICH got?
D4L Laffy Taffy.
D4L. What was that? What, the gold, the platinum?
That was the gold one first.
Gold from D4. Man, wow. D4L Laffy Taffy.
D4L. Yeah, that's the we the first. We released that record first.
I'm about to say, as I'm sitting here thinking about it, I was
on
like,
a Scream mixtape.
That
song was heard first on a Scream mixtape. We put that to the world, straight up. We did the that album cover. All that was on my desk at the time. See, these are like. I'm telling Johnny, I know marketing, I know these things. Now, mind you, look, let me tell you a cool story. All right. Now, Don P from Trillville, okay, was the first signed artist with a record deal to call us to do a mixtape, okay? Ever.
Okay.
Ever, okay? Everything else was in the streets.
So this is 2004.
about 4 or 5. Let me tell you what was going on at the time, because they cool now. All right, but Scrappy and Don P from Trillville were beefing. Okay.
I would have never. Hold on, I don't even remember that.
That's what I'm telling you. I'm giving you the story. They beefing. Okay, they used to get into it bad. I'm talking on tour bad, getting chased up the street. You running back down, like they used to get into it. I ain't talking about who, what, wins, and where.
Right.
They used to get into it. Though.
We good.
But so Scrappy does. Was it a Gangsta Grills or was it a Don Cannon? I think it was an affiliates project. Okay, and I think it might have been a couple shots. All right, so Don P calls us. We go to we get this cover designer. The guy was doing Who Kids covers, I want to say, and we got Scrappy on like a target. Name of the project is Target Practice. We got Scrappy's head on the target, Don P shooting at the target. This is a DJ Scream CD.
Okay, all
right.
So it's a HOODRICH,
okay. DJ Scream. Now I say all that to say because Don P came to us, and that's where we forged our relationship. Okay, now Don P gave me the marketing plan, everything that Warner used for Don P, for the Trillville and Lil Scrappy album. He gave me the whole release schedule marketing plan that the label was using. Okay, now let me show you. Finesse, mind you, I come out the street. All right, Scream taught me how to manage them.
Right.
All right, now me and Don P are friends. He's showing he gave me this. Okay, I take that same marketing plan. Okay, and I change all the names and the dates, okay? Everywhere it say Don at Trillville and Lil Scrappy, it say D4L now. Okay, all these dates, okay, this 3 months out. Okay, I'm gonna move this out 3 months out. I turn this in, okay, to Johnny and them. The label, they work off this schedule I turned in. Off this shit, I didn't write a word of this shit.
Right, this shit comes straight from the label and swapping out the names.
Yes, bro. I done just read. So that's how I got into marketing.
Work smarter, not harder, man.
It worked though, okay? So we wound up, they turned in the project, everything off the schedule I had, you know what I mean? Worked out great. Turn around, it's time for Low. We got him popping. All right, now we getting our credit, okay? And we getting paid, you know, all right? Marketing. DJ Scream and Marcos Rippy. Now we actually, we can go into Best Buy. First album I saw my name in was D4L. Second album my name's actually credited was Shawty Lowe's. You know what I mean? It's like, wow. Actually, slow down. Nope, it was D4L. Second album I saw my name in was Crime Mobs. Okay. On their second album. And then fast forward Shawty Lowe. But this is where, now locally people, they can handle a project. After Shawty Lowe,
HOODRICH can handle
you
this
can come
company.
deal with us, and
this company can handle a project and put it out, and we know it's gonna go.
Period. J Money, okay, J Money.
First name, last name.
J Money had a Trap of the Year record with Shawty Lowe.
Yep.
It only made sense. Me and him worked together. I started managing him. Screams doing the mixtapes. We do that a little while later. D from Bases Loaded comes, J Money and the Maserati. Then we do a deal with Universal.
Pink slip, sir.
You see what I'm saying? Straight up. Then we do a deal with Universal. Monty Lipman come eat with us. He had the deal right in his pocket. You know what I mean? So now I'm getting on the other side of these conversations.
Okay, so it's going from the hood side of HOODRICH
to now sitting down in the St. Regis with Monty Lipman. And he's right in the seat with the CEO of the company.
Fucking dope, man.
Exactly, and that's kind of how it happened. You know what I mean? And then I'm also I learned early too that I could speak both languages. Yeah. Okay, I could go to Bowen Homes, I could go to Thomasville, I can go to Four Seasons, but then also I can go up PCH and Malibu, and I can go talk with whoever we need to talk to.
Shout out to my pops again, man. He always told me, son, you gotta know how to turn it on and turn it off.
Come on, man. So that was
turn it on and turn it off.
And I didn't necessarily get taught that. I don't know what it was, but I learned early.
I mean, you adapted it. You learned.
Yeah, I learned early I could speak both languages. I felt like a translator for a while. I knew Young Thug was not gonna be talking to y'all.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And y'all wasn't gonna be talking to him. You know what I'm saying? So I realized
free
early
slime,
on.
man.
Yeah, please free slime, free Jeffrey.
Yeah.
Big Flash, YouTube, go check it out. So yeah, I realized then, like, okay, it was a point where I definitely felt like, okay, I know where my space is. I see how I can maneuver. You know what I mean? And from there, I started acting on it.
So,
you know what I mean?
And that perfect segue, man. So let's go into HOODRICH present day now. We're up here at iHeart. right now.
Right now.
We got Scream up here.
Yes,
man,
sir.
Scream's been here for a minute.
Yes.
Scream was actually one of the reasons, man, when we were back at the 1819 Peachtree Street building, I had just moved back to Atlanta from Columbus, Georgia, when I was on Foxy 105 out there. I just moved back to the city. Man, no radio job.
Right.
I'm emailing and texting all my connects and plugs and everything. 'Cause I've been in the game for a minute. I've been in hot streets, all that stuff like that.
Right.
Man, no radio job. And I started interning.
Okay.
Or not even interning, just kind of weaseling my way up that street, and walked past the beat and just was like looking by them little square things on the door.
Right.
And I saw Scream. I was like, oh shit. Let me go in here.
Holler at him,
man.
Right.
He was like, man, what's up, bro? I'm like, man, what's going on? And Louis V was in there.
Okay.
Our
He's
PD.
good guys.
Yeah.
He's a good guy.
Great guys, man.
Yeah.
Louis V was in there. Scream was like, yo, man, hey, Louis V, this is John Marshall. This is
Wow.
that dude. Da, da, da. I was like, damn, Scream, I appreciate it.
I told him I
boy.
would come
Like,
to see you too.
like, bro,
Yeah,
I just ran into him 2 or 3 days ago, something like that.
Yeah,
up here. So let's just fast forward. Again, just great guy, man. Let's fast forward into present day HOODRICH. What's going on now? We know Scream is on the radio.
Yeah.
We got Spins. That nigga been producing forever.
Smashes.
You know what I'm saying? Real smashes.
Yes.
Platinum smashes. Grammy nominated smashes. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
What else is HOODRICH up to right now, and what is Rip up to right now?
Right now, man, HOODRICH, I mean, we still at it. You know what I mean? I think obviously things change a little bit. A lot of our guys have grown. Okay, guys and girls. Excuse me. I don't want to leave out DJ Princess Cut.
Oh, shout out to Princess Cut.
You know what I mean? Yeah,
she's still over there at Hot?
Yeah, she's still over there.
Yeah,
yep, she's still over there. You know, DJ for CeeLo, she popping. So it's like they you know, a lot of them graduated a lot. You know what I mean? Spins, you know, platinum producer, multi-platinum producer. Still producing. He's working on some special things. Scream has kind of turned to a media personality. You know what I mean?
Facts.
You know, big facts and radio. You know what I mean? But he's still DJ. He just got back from Toronto a couple weeks ago, rocking out there. Still DJs. We still work on music together too. We got a couple artists that we working on. We waiting on Pablo 1 to get out. Free HOODRICH.
That
Pablo
should be
1.
soon, right? Ain't it?
I'm hoping for January. I was really hoping for October. He's been,
okay, well that's soon.
Yeah.
I think I saw something on a post you made.
Yeah, man. It's been 3 years. It'll be 3 years. Like 10/29.
That nigga had the streets fucked up, man.
He'll be out soon, man. He'll be out soon, and he gonna come do what he do.
You gotta bring him up here, man. When
absolutely.
he touch down.
Can't wait.
All right.
Can't wait. Free drug rich Heck. Need to get him out of there right now. He's fighting a RICO right now. Aside from him, I got an artist from Cleveland Ave named Big Flash. Okay,
shout
serious
out,
business.
Hey.
We still at it, bro.
Yeah.
You know, shout out Lil Thousand. We working on some things. Y'all gonna see with him. I don't want to talk it up too much, but you know, he like a young tip. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
He's serious business. So we still at it. Actually, the same thing. Keem right now just came off tour. Rollo Rodriguez. He producing records. You know, got records with Key Glock about to drop.
Glock going crazy right now too, man.
No, big time, man. I you know how he's you know, been able to sustain since that loss is it's commendable.
The sound has just man, and bro,
Dolph
is one of my favorite artists, man. It's something about that loss, you know what I'm saying? Right. That you cannot create or recreate that sound and that pain in music, and it comes out to where people can relate, man. And Glock's sound from what was about 3 years ago?
Yeah, he is a lot.
Man, and Glock was great back then.
He was good then. I liked it, but now it's like he going there. Now when I hear him, I'm just like,
I almost hear a little Dolph in there.
No, I always heard Dolph in influence, but now he got like Dolph wisdom in them, in them bars now.
I love it, man.
Yeah, no, it excites me too. But you know, everything's everything. DJing changed, but it
definitely has.
You know, DJ game changed, but curating and knowing what good music is and like knowing what the fans want, having a pulse on what the fans want that's really been our key.
And that will never change.
And that won't change. You know what I mean? I'm always, you know, keep, somebody around me that's like all the way into
Shout out to Tone.
You know what I mean? Shout out Tone. You know what I mean? Yeah. Or even like HOODRICH Kings. Like people don't even know what I was doing then, bro. Like Scream and I are older than Spins. And Spins and Tank. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. We older than Spins and Tank. So like, once y'all start calling me Unc, you know what I mean? All right, it's like
I'm starting to get the Unc now too, bro.
You know what's going on. So once you start calling me Unc, I need not to say we out of touch, but I'm not gonna be in tune the same way.
You gotta delegate.
You know what I mean? So you saw Spins come. Spins and Tank kind of kept us. That's what Space Invaders. And then fast forward, King. Okay, HOODRICH King. That's Nudie, 21 Savage, Babyface Ray. Like a lot of these guys. So it's like I'm still such a good.
You still gotta be the conductor, man.
That's all. You know what I'm saying? We find somebody else that got the same.
Got the first energy. Chair of the saxophone, the first chair of the flute, the first chair of the whoop. That's right. But somebody still gotta
put it together.
You know what I'm saying?
Put it together. And something like glue. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Glue. Hold it together.
So I know you're a busy man, but I want to ask you one more thing, man. When it comes to the legacy of HOODRICH and yourself, combined or separate, when it's all said and done, man, what do you want HOODRICH to be to this industry? What do you want HOODRICH Rip to be to this industry? So people that are watching this 10, 15, 20, 50 years from now, they'll be able to go back and say, damn, that nigga wasn't bullshitting. What do you want HOODRICH to be, man? Legacy. That's your baby.
I built it with the intentions of, I'm looking at the greats, So Def, LaFace. I fashion myself like a young Quincy Jones. You know what I mean? I think I got a undeniable ear and eye for talent. So when it's all said and done, you know what I mean? I don't mind being, the Atlanta hood version of Motown, type situation. I just, I want to. Just a nice catalog of properly developed and presented proper music from top to bottom. Because we come from, these outcasts, these goody mobs, you know what I mean? Even Tip, he's before me, you know what I mean? Tip, these, all this LaFace, Ghetto Vision, Kawan Prather, like, you know what I mean? These folks done set the bar, show no,
Ghetto Vision,
block, all these. So I'm gonna be honest, bro. What I really want is just to be just to be mentioned amongst these greats, bro.
I think you're already there, man.
I think you're already good. There, all of them are my friends. So I think all of them are my friends. But those are my intentions from the jump, bro. And I think they saw that in me. We wanted to keep the quality, the level. You know what I mean? We wanted to keep it a certain way, not let it deteriorate in the technology. And okay, now it's this, and it's just now it's this, but let's elevate that some. You know what I mean? Now we doing minute 30-second records, but we still can do these a little better. You know what I mean? It's just let's just take it up a notch. It's about the art, man, and just delivering and that's all about.
There is it's interesting you said, man. I can do this all day. It's interesting you say that. There is a time and a place for everything. The minute 30-second records. And I'm not the person that says, I hate the niggas that be like, oh, rap is dead, or hip hop is dead, or all this, or rap is this now, Man, our culture and what it is that we produce and we make, man, we are creatives.
That's right.
And the next niggas that are creative, they gonna create something else.
That's
and
right.
The next ones, they gonna create something else.
That's right.
Man, I just want to be a part of it.
That's
and bring it to the people and contribute my piece to it.
That's where I'm at with it. Contribution. I like that.
You're there, man. You're there. And I consider it a privilege to, man, just to sit across from you and
mutual, man,
and give it to the people, man.
Mutual,
straight up, man.
Mutual, man.
Straight up. So as we move forward, you got to come back.
I don't mind. I'll bring a mentee or something with me. Like that's what I'm about, is really teaching what I know, and you know what I mean, building up, man. That's what I'm about.
Say no more. You got to come back, man. And again, I truly appreciate your time, and it is again a privilege for me to sit across from people that curated who I am.
I hear that. That's fair, bro. That's fair.
You feel me?
Yeah, that's nice. Thank you.
Cool.
Yeah,
that's HOODRICH Rip right here on What's Now with John Marshall. It's iHeartRadio.